Hello, everyone. Welcome to the little old podcast that I'm putting up right now. So, just want to introduce myself. My name is William Powell. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, and I and my hobbies are models, computers, and almost about anything. And I was just wanting to go ahead and start on some subjects and everything about all the stuff that's been going on around now and all but this whole country. So, so I'd just like for y'all to get ready for the truth to be told on things. First of all, I just want to talk about um, someone that they just got through the committee just got through talking with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You know what really makes me pissed off though about these Democrats that's been attacking him. Let me give you something. Who was Democrat when he was president? And who was Democrat when he was Attorney General? And that was John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. And these, in a way, they were the Democrat MAGA, Make America Great Again. These were the Democrat Make America Great Again leaders. And what happened? Of course, John F. Kennedy, he was assassinated. And then when Robert F. Kennedy was running for president, he was assassinated. Is there a pattern here? I mean, for real, is there a pattern? I can tell you right now, the thing about this situation here, it makes you think there's something wrong. But I want you to go back during the time of John F. Kennedy and all that. You remember I think, in a way, I may be wrong, but maybe this was a situation that was going on during around 1963 when I was a little bitty baby. I think in a way that Lyndon Johnson had something to do with it, and there was another one. The director of the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, and also I don't know who was the head of the CIA then, but thing about it was Kennedy was doing his job and everything, and you know about the Cuban Missile Crisis, and he told everybody that he wanted to put a man on the moon. And there were some things that Kennedy was really concerned about. We didn't know nothing about it, but I think he was concerned about something. So let me just go back to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. right now. You know, they always say that the Kennedys were real good. I mean, they were wholesome. Important. They were they were like very important. But now it's got where that Robert F. Kennedy is not important. I think John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy would have been ashamed to the Democrat Party right now. I mean, they would. They would be ashamed to the Democrat Party for what he's been going through, in which Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is going through right now. I think he'd be a pretty good Department of Health and Human Services leader. I think he would. And also, they're going to bring, and of course, they said they was going to bring back everything from John F. Kennedy assassination, Robert F., and then also even Martin Luther King. But I'm going to come back to Martin Luther King in a little bit. But I think John F. and Robert F. is looking down at the Democrat Party from heaven and saying that he is ashamed of the Democrat Party. He is really, they're probably really ashamed about the Democrat Party. In fact, I know a lot of people is ashamed of the Democrat Party because that's why they voted Trump in. But yeah, I was watching the hearing, and the Democrats were just, they was just awful. I mean, terrible. Because it's just like every time they ask a question and everything, every time the Democrats ask a single question, and then when they give the answer, and then they turn around and then they start mouthing off again. And they start mouthing off and won't even let Robert F. Kennedy Jr. say anything. They kept butting in. That's not only Robert F. Kennedy, but all them others that were grilled that has been, they're now in office. I mean, some of these people are now in office. To me, just think, if I was running for an office in the United States, and then if some Democrat comes up to me and he started asking me questions, and then when I start talking, and if he starts talking, I hope the hell I tell him, hey, let me answer the question. You are butting in on me. You're confusing me, and you are definitely ashamed. And to me, if I had enough of guts to do it, I'd say, you're nothing but a coward in office. I'd say, you're nothing but a coward in office. Let me answer the question, and I will definitely give you a direct answer. Yes, and I admit it. I admit it now. I say the Democrat Party are cowards in office because they knew when Trump was going into office and everything. They knew the people who voted for Trump and all that. And now, what are they doing? They're becoming sore losers. They are sore losers. But you know what? I'm going to say this, though. If a Democrat ever listen to this podcast and everything, want me to shut up and all that, go right ahead. Because what Colonel Jessup used to say in A Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. I hate the way this situation is going. I mean, I really am. Because when I was in the Army, let me say this, I took an oath for this country. I took a direct oath. And you know what? That's why I got this little old computer right here to look up laws, to look up the Constitution, to look up the Bill of Rights, and also not only the United States, and well, I could tell you else too. I always look at I always look at the United States Code as well. Also, I check on the Alabama Constitution and the Alabama Code. And sometimes I go to these city ordinances and county laws and everything. I do a lot of research. Some people say, maybe I should have been a lawyer, but you know what? No, because I'm too much. You know. I mean, I'll get, because if, like General Patton used to say. I mean, General Patton used to say this. I say it loud. I kind of forgot. I say it loud and dirty. I'll say it loud and dirty. That's what he said, and that's what General Patton said. And I also believed in General Patton's ideas. I believed in George S. Patton's ways when he won World War II. He might have been. I tell you something. He might have been real bad off and everything, but he turned out to be one of the finest generals in the United States Army. But yeah. So, but anyhow, let me get back to the about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I think he deserves to be head of the Health and Human Services, because he knew he in a way he kind of knows what's going on. He probably went, he's went to college. He's went to everything to know about things, and I hope he does. And I hope he does become the director. I think his uncle, and I think his father. And you know what? I always thought about this too. Ted Kennedy used to be senator for Massachusetts. And hell, what would you think that some of these Democrats are what they're doing now and everything, and those Senator Ted Kennedy would come out and say to his Democrat colleagues, what do you think he would say to them? He says, what the hell are you doing with my nephew? You're talking to my nephew. And I don't want him ending up like my two brothers. See what I mean? So, but I could tell you right now, all this stuff, all the situation and everything that's going on up in D.C. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, okay, but let me go ahead and give you some more stuff that I'm going to say about. All right, Trump is president of the United States today. I tell you one thing, I got a dang picture of him in my living room when he became president the first time, and I wrote him a letter and everything. He sent me a picture, and I put that picture up, and I put it up on the wall in my living room. Because you know what it reminds me? It reminds me that there's going to be a change, and something's going to be done. Something's going to be right for this country. And then these coward Democrats out there, and then all these coward Democrats out there try to impeach him and do all sorts of stuff. You know what I say about that assassination attempt on Trump? I think it was set up by them. I don't know, but some way or another, there was, the federal, like the FBI and all them, they was weaponizing him. I mean, they was trying to make make him look bad to lose the election. But you know what? The people saw right through them. The people saw right through them. They knew how this country was with Biden in. I mean, they knew it. People knew it. People knew it. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm glad Trump's back in. But let me just bring out something too. What I've been seeing. Okay, they're calling Trump Adolf Hitler or Benito Mussolini. And also Joseph Stalin. And who else? That Chinese that had that old Mao Zedong, and even one that was in Cambodia. That leader in Cambodia. Oh, what was his name? I forgot what his name was. Pol Pot. They're trying to think Trump is all like them. Well, I'm going to ask you something, mister. I'm going to ask you something. Just think if Trump was not running for president, and there was another Republican that was running for president. Say like Ted Cruz, if he won the election and everything, all you'll be seeing is saying, oh, he's a Nazi, he's a fascist, or else probably George W. Bush. Because when you call a Republican all that, you're doing it to George W. Bush, you're doing it to Ronald Reagan, you're doing it to Abraham Lincoln, you're doing it to, I think it was Eisenhower, and you're doing it to Richard Nixon. Call Trump that, you call them that, and see what you get. Yeah. You get to, call them that and see what you get. But I'm going to say this. I think Trump's doing good on this dang, deporting the illegals and all that sort of stuff. Well, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you this. If you want to become a citizen of this country, do it legally. Go to the Department of Naturalization and all them, and go in there and do exactly do exactly the legal way. I feel sorry for them, but the thing about it is, you do what the damn Constitution says. You do what the damn law says. And if you don't give a damn law about it, you know what you ought to do? Just either one, contact your congressman or senator, or two, if you don't like it, there are planes, ships, cars, and trucks. If you don't like the way this country is, load up and leave. Because you ain't gonna, because what you're doing is, you're not whining about that. You're breaking the law, breaking the laws of the Constitution, the United States Constitution, and breaking the laws of the United States Code, in which I took an oath to protect and defend. I feel sorry for these people, but the law is the law. Hell, if I had I tell you, if I ever won the lottery and everything, because I got friends right now that are Mexican. I got friends out here that are Mexican. I think they're pretty nice and everything. I think they're pretty nice and all that. But the thing about it is, follow the law. I mean, follow the law. Alright. The other day, I saw somebody did this. And I got a picture of it in here. And I think I got a picture in here. Okay, I think I do have a picture in here. Where a lady or a young girl, she's now in World Wrestling Entertainment, and she's in the NXT brand. I think I got it here on Facebook. On here. Let me see something here. I got it in here. Arian Grace. And according to what her Instagram said, and there it is. There she is right there. There she is. Right there standing by the Department of Homeland Security flag in the United States. And she says, from Miss NXT to Miss USA. Welcome to the United States, girl. Welcome to the United States. And that is the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Go to Immigration and U.S. Citizenship and U.S. Immigration Department. Go in there and take an oath and everything. Pledge your allegiance to the flag and all that in front of a judge, in front of a U.S. judge and all them. And you can come in. That's all you got to do. That is all you got to do. This lady right here did the right thing. She did the right thing, and now she's right now in the United States. Working with World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. I praise for what she did, and she did it. So, If you want to come in here legally and everything, please do it. If you want to live the American dream, please do it legally. Please. So, but yeah, and let me tell you something else too. Did y'all see that thing about Selena Gomez about crying and claiming that the federal government was hurting the children and all that sort of stuff, just whining? I didn't see no tears come out of her eyes. Crocodile tears, that's what it was. Crocodile tears. That's what it was. You know what she needs to be crying about? She needs to be crying about what these illegal criminals did to our people. Oh, I found out that the Laken Riley Act has now become law now. Whoa, boy. That's going to change everything. And look what these illegals did to these people that, killed these women. Why don't Selena Gomez cry for them? Because the way about it is, it's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. Remember T10? You remember? Let me tell you something. There was an FBI agent called T10. And you know what he was doing? He was infiltrating the Communist Party that was taken in Hollywood. I mean, the Communist Party was trying to do something about. Was trying to give Hollywood to trying to make movies and everything and brainwash people. You know who T10 was? You know what FBI agent T10 was? That was Ronald Reagan. You know, Ronald Reagan was helping the FBI. And I think they did find out that there were communists within the acting system. But see, that's what's going on right now with some of these actors and actresses and everything. You know, they also join the media. Oh, the god dang! Don't get me started on the media. Don't get me started on the media now. The media lying everybody, lying to the people, put fear in the people, brainwashing them. One time, there was a man that he became Attorney General during Obama time. What was his name? Eric Holder. Eric Holder. Before Eric Holder became Attorney General, he told everybody that we need to start brainwashing people. We need to start brainwashing people. Not only for that, but brainwashing our children and all of them to go against guns. Brainwashing. Not only they were doing it on guns, they were doing it on everyone. But let me give you a little thing here. What I want to tell you about the media. Don't get me wrong, but I want you to listen to this. and it's in the go to the place called the Jewish Virtual Library, in which they tell you about the Joseph Goebbels on the big lie. Here it is. If you tell a lie big enough and keep repeating it, people will eventually come to believe it. The lie can be maintained only for such time as the state can shield the people from the political, economic, and or military consequences of the lie. It thus becomes vitally important for the state to use all its powers. State, meaning like government and all that. The state to use all its powers to repress dissent, for the truth is the moral enemy of the lie, and thus by extension, the truth is the greatest enemy of the state. There you are. There you are. There you are. ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Communist News Network. They're using that idea. And you know there is someone that's doing all this too. They're probably, and you know what they need to do. You know what I think? What they need to do? I think they need to these idiotic reporters they need to check their bank accounts. I mean, they should check the government that we got right now under Trump administration. They should check their bank accounts. Maybe none of their business, but the thing about it is, why don't the IRS check on it? Yeah. See how much they're being paid more to do all that. And I can tell you one person that's doing it. And it's that old geezer called George Soros. He's the one that's doing it. Oh, you may not find nothing on him. But you know what? They not only need to put a microscope on him, they need to put a microscope on him and like Hillary Clinton and all these other Democrats. They need to put a real good fine microscope, look at what's going on, and then all of a sudden, whammo, they're caught. Then put them in jail. And do like what General Patton said one time about cowardice, traitors in his army. Remember what General Patton said? You remember one time when General Patton said in his famous speech? S-P-E. Patton's speech of the Third Army. You know what? You ought to heard what he said. He said about he said a lot of things too. Oh, he said something about the media too. It said the individual hears stuff is a bunch of BS. The bilious bastards who write that kind of stuff in the Saturday Evening Post don't know any more about real battle than they do about effing. And listen to this too. This is where I was going to get at right here. We don't want yellow cowards in the army. They should be killed off like rats. If not, they will go back home after the war. Damn cowards. And breed more cowards. The brave men will breed more brave men. Kill off the damn cowards, and we will have a nation of brave men. And women. And women too. Because women also. Women also. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why I said not too long right now. I said, Democrat Party is nothing but a bunch of cowards. They should be removed off like rats. And we need to breed. Republicans like Republicans, conservatives, common sense, and all that jazz. So yeah. So folks, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. But I want you to remember something. And I like to tell these young people too. I like to tell these young people that's going to school and everything. You got a computer? Good. Because I want to tell you something right now. In this day and age now, your Department of Education, it doesn't matter if it's a county, it doesn't matter if it's a state, I don't give a damn if it's a nation, national. What I'd do if I were you, if you're not being taught about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Alabama and the state constitutions and all that, get right there in front of your computer. Type up United States Constitution. Type in your state constitution. Start reading it. Start reading the Bill of Rights. Because I got a great niece. You know, I got a great niece that was going to become a police officer. I love her to death, though. She's like a daughter to me. Granddaughter. I mean, she's like a granddaughter to me. I love it. I love her daddy very much. Love you, Gene. The thing about it is, I told her, I said, honey, have you ever read or look at the Constitution or the United States Code or the Alabama Constitution and all that? Did you ever go to school and learn all that? She told me no. I said start. So, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Folks. So I want you to remember this. I want you to remember. Watch your six. And take care. Be careful out there what's in the world.